all the things that we've learned over the last few years, we can now share it with our communities.
We recognized right away we had so much community support, and that just kind of pushed us to keep going.
It's great for us as an outside observer to see the impact that dogs have on our child's lives, and us knowing that those are memories and connections that they'll have and carry with them forever.
Welcome to Lockeport, Nova Scotia, a hidden gem with a strong community spirit. Today, we are visiting Salty Dogs Barkery. Salty Dog is a family-run business that creates dog treats using all natural ingredients and science-backed nutrition. Good enough for even humans to eat. With the support of their community, Natasha and Derek are able to live their dream, pursuing their passions in the place they love. Join us as we head down home to Lockeport, Nova Scotia. So Natasha and Derek, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm really happy to be in Lockeport. I've never been here before. It's a pretty special place. You grew up in Nova Scotia.
I did, yeah, born and raised. Right before the pandemic, a couple years prior, we decided we wanted to purchase a vacation home that we would later move to when we were retired. So we looked all up and down the South Shore and fell in love with Lockeport. So we purchased our home here and started coming on weekends and during the summer, and then it progressed into let's leave on Monday and let's come early on Thursday. We were just trying to spend as much time here as we possibly could. Shortly after that, the pandemic happened, and during that time we decided we were working from home, and the kids didn't have school, they were working online, so we moved here temporarily. And then decided to never go back to Yarmouth after that. We decided to stay here.
This was home, and growing up in a suburb was very different. So I always say, walking around Lockeport, when someone asks you how you're doing, it's a genuine question, it's a genuine statement, and people take the time and get to know you and learn about you and want to know how your family and friends are. So that was something I had never experienced before, and it's something that Natasha had experienced her whole life. So
and what I was looking for.
I had visited small communities throughout the country, so I had always seen that and been part of these close-knit communities and see how they rallied together to pull off extraordinary events and extraordinary feats by volunteerism and community. So to be a part of that and live in there was something that I was in search of without even knowing.
Without even knowing it. Isn't that funny how that happens, how life kind of gives us little hints along the way?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then little breadcrumbs. And then if you follow them, you end up on the right spot.
Yeah.
You end up in your dream, which is
where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then for your kids, I can imagine that would have been really great too. How was that, changing up to a smaller town way of life community for your daughters?
And there's a funny story. There was one day she was late for school, and he said, okay, well, you're walk to school. And she didn't get to the end of the road where one of our neighbors says, oh dear, you can't be walking in this, get in my car, and drives her to school. So those are special moments, and we're really glad that she gets that type of experience. And our older daughter, when she comes home from university, she gets to come home to this place and leave the entire world behind and relax and recharge and recover. So it's really great that she has that too. When she comes home now to visit us, she's just away. So it's a nice reset for her from all the busyness of university life. We feel very grateful to be here. It's a very small community. I think there's 300 houses on town. So the opportunity that we have to live here, to work here, to give back to our community is something that we're so grateful for every day, every single day.
Wow, and that gratitude, I'm sure, just like shines out from you and then bounces back from other people, and that energy is sort of shared. I love that.
Yeah. We just feel so fortunate. We feel so fortunate. We talk about people's dogs all day, which you can't say a bad thing about your dog, and people that are coming in here that are getting our products are they know that we put a lot of love in them. So it's great that we're sharing the love, and that's really important to us.
Absolutely. And you can feel the love in people's cooking, so I'm sure the dogs can feel the love in the snacks that you make for them as well.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. So some of the things that we do is we are big on dog longevity. So we aren't just making cookies, we're making cookies with a purpose. We're making treats that are to the benefit of dogs, using whole ingredients, using good stuff. So when we put love in, we are putting all the love, and we joke that our dogs eat better than us some nights, and
That's probably true.
Yeah. And we want to spread that with everybody else too.
When you started out, were you thinking this was going to be a business, or were you thinking, I just want to see how this goes? Like, what was the inspiration and how did it evolve?
So when we got Nico, it was during the pandemic. I was not working at the time, and I was having a hard time sourcing treats for him that I would give him. So I started making my own at home, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. When we started the business, we were really small. Derek was still working full-time at the bank, and we started the business from home. And so the first 2 years, we worked out of our home. We outgrew it the first year, but we had nowhere else to go, so we just continued on selling at local markets, and then created an online shop. So when the opportunity to move into this building came, we jumped on it because it's Lockeport. There's only very few places to open a retail shop. And we needed the production space that we have here now, which has been fabulous.
Yeah, and the storefront, which opened after we started our production, has given us the opportunity to meet dogs and meet the community, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So all the things that we've learned over the last few years, we can now share it with our community. So every day we get people coming in here saying, my dog has allergies or whatever, just looking for support and advice. And we're so grateful to be able to share our knowledge with the people around us. Dogs have always been a very integral part of our lives and our families' lives. My parents have multiple dogs, so yeah, it's just part of who we are, I guess.
Yeah, when the kids were little, it was always really important to me to have a family dog as well, so that they would grow up with dogs. And they're both very huge animal lovers now too, especially Victoria. And she takes a huge role in taking care of the animals that we have now.
And it's been really neat to see our puppy, Nico, who's now 4, as he's growing up with Victoria too. So their bond is so unique and so special. So it's great for us as an outside observer to see the impact that dogs have on our child's lives, and us knowing that those are memories and connections that they'll have and carry with them forever.
Well, I know that Victoria stayed home from school today, and I'm excited to see, the other side of the business, how you put everything together, and maybe Victoria can join us and you can give me a little rundown.
Yeah, that'd be great. She'd be the best person to show you. Hello.
It's our favorite place in town.
Yes.
Okay.
We got just what you're.
Tuesday. That's our very favorite. Me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Me too, at least.
How nice is that you get a place that's just gonna cater right to your dog?
I'll
That's
tell you
exactly
what,
you
I
want.
get messages when they're in, and I'm just. So yeah, I know it's super good. We love these guys.
So you get messages whenever they're in?
Yeah, Natasha's be like, okay, your tuna sticks are in. I'm like, I'll be right back.
They're the only ones the boys like.
Yeah, they're all from South Korea, from the dog meat trade, and so they're really fussy. I don't know why, but they're addicted. So yeah,
That's good, and they're healthy.
they're healthy. I mean, it's perfect.
How is it having the Salty Dog Barkery coming into the community? Have you been coming for quite a while?
Yeah, we've been here for about 8 years, and it's just amazing. Like when we heard that they were going to open up a store, it's like, Yes. I mean, it's just like Christmas every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Winnie comes to visit us every day, and her and Peach have a little play, so
Yeah.
it's really nice
I
that...
mean, it's a good socialization. I'll just come in, turn on their thing, and Peach will run around the display counter a couple of times. And then Nico, she has a crush on Nico. Big time.
Nico's quite handsome.
He is.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, it's a really, really nice asset for our team.
And you've been coming since the market. So you would have been seeing them at the
We
market.
saw you at the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our very first customers and loyal customers. And
No, we love
yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely love these guys. Where are you going? So, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Good.
Who knew? Who knew?
Okay, come on, little girl. So I really love it.
Oh, you want to get some too? Okay.
So running a business in a small town, I'm sure you get to know a lot of the dogs and their preferences and dietary needs. So how do you cater to that?
Yeah, so we're very proud to offer a selection of treats for dogs, not just your typical milk bone. So we have treats that are gluten-free, we have treats that are vegan, we have meat-based treats, we have air-dried fish. So we've got a wide selection of different types of treats for different dogs. So much like people, all dogs have different tastes. So we're very proud to offer a wide variety of selection.
And all very healthy.
Very healthy. And that's the thing, right? That was sort of the inspiration, right? When
Yeah.
you started the business, because
Definitely.
I think it was your dog, Nico, right?
Yeah, trying to find a good training treat for him. And now something that we're very proud of is that we can eat all the snacks that we give our dogs. They're all human grade. They're all made with ingredients that you would find on your plate. A lot of the ingredients that we use are locally sourced, and sometimes it's product that a market wouldn't sell. So ugly apples, as an example. We use ugly apples in this because if they're bruised and a market can't sell them, then we purchase them and then can turn it into dog food.
We say if we wouldn't eat it, why would we give it to our dogs? The dogs also introduced me to a lot of my friends and a lot of new people in my town.
That's incredible. What a great way to meet people. And what's your favorite treat, Victoria?
I like the berry blends. The
Berry blend.
thins. I remember when Dad first made them, it was in the house, and that was the one that always smelled the best because having treats made here now, there's a lot more space, but at home we only had one stove. But it would smell the whole house, and that one always smelled the best to me.
Yeah.
Does it taste the best too?
Yes, it does. That's also why I like it.
So when you're having like a movie night with your friends and everyone comes over, does this replace the popcorn?
Honestly, if my friends weren't scared of them, yes.
It's all local products. A lot of products that would have maybe are still good for consumption, but might not sell so well in the market.
Yep.
All natural, all organic. And how did you start to come up with the recipes?
So some of it was trial and error. And then along our journey, we've been very fortunate to work with some experts. So Rodney Habib is a very close friend of ours. He's a best-selling author on dog longevity and dog nutrition. So we pick his brain and use his literature to help inspire us. But we want to create something that looks good, tastes good, and is nutritious and beneficial. So yeah, a lot of it just comes from us, the craziness that goes on in our head, I guess.
You've talked about how the community brings so much to you and how moving here has just been like a dream and a perfect fit. Are there any ways that you like to give back to the community?
Yeah, totally. So one of the things that we're really proud of is our community corner. So we have a spot in our shop here where people can donate gently used items that their dog may have grown out of or gotten new, and someone with new puppies or new dogs looking for something that it's just community. So you can drop it off, pick it up, share it, whatever. shared resources is something that we're really happy about.
That's amazing, because also, especially people starting out with a new dog, or maybe people who don't have the means to buy all the things that they necessarily
Certainly.
want, you can just kind of come in here and
Yeah, and as a puppy's growing, they go through 4 or 5 collars in their first year as they continue to grow, and yeah, that can be expensive.
I remember when Peach when we first got her, we took like at least 4 different harnesses from there, and she always looked so cute. And then it was like, you never know, like 3 days later, it would be a new harness on.
it's also really great because not only is it helping and engaging with your community, but it's also cutting down waste and reusing things and being able to, cut down on overconsumption.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
People, yeah.
Yeah, when we have people from out of town too, and they forget a leash or break something, the nearest pet store is an hour away. So to pop in and visit us, and yeah, we can fill that gap is great.
Well, all this talk about the treats is actually making me hungry, and we can eat these.
Yeah,
right?
everything is human grade. So we got apples and turmeric and cinnamon. This is and organic oats. We've got our pumpkin spice, and our original recipe, our seaweed snack, our first recipe. So
This is the Nico snack.
that's Nico's favorite. Yep.
Yes.
This one is Peach's favorite.
Peach's
The
favorite. She likes a
pumpkin
PSL.
spice. Yep.
PSL girl.
Definitely.
And then this is basically like my breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of oatmeal in there, got a little turmeric, got a little ginger. Okay, so I'm
It
gonna
reminds me of like apple pie.
apple pie. Oh, you're romancing it so well. Really good job. Okay, which one should we try first? Are you gonna try this with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't tried this one yet, so.
Oh my gosh, let's try it.
this one.
Let's try it. Let's cheers each other though before you.
Cheers.
Okay.
Oh,
my
this
gosh.
one's my new favorite.
This is really good. I'd put this on my yogurt in the morning.
But this,
This is good, really good. I'd love to meet Peach and Nico, the inspirations, and maybe we can go for a walk or something. Walk
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
this lunch.
Yeah, we'll take you to the beach.
Thank you so much for taking me to this beach. I feel like I've been all over Nova Scotia with my work, and I have never been to this beach. It's stunning.
Yeah, this is a pretty magical place. It's we come here every day. It's a big part of why we moved here and what makes Lockeport so special.
Yeah, you can really feel that. It's just, and there's not too many people out here either, which is kind of nice.
No, it's usually like this all the time. Even peak tourist season, there's just a few people walking the beach. The only time that you see the beach packed is at the end of the season when the community throws their annual beach bash, and the whole town comes out, and there's a band, and there's a barbecue, and it's a great sense of community, and we never miss that. And we always bring the dogs. It's dog friendly, so it's a great community event.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. And then you get to have your dogs get to play with all the other dogs and
Yeah.
see all the owners and your customers and all mingle together.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how this is the community meeting place, really. We have met most of the people just walking along the beach and see people from away who are enjoying it for the first time. And yeah, it really just makes the world stop when you're here.
Yeah, just the other day, Peach and I were walking along the beach, and we met a lady and her dog, and Peach and her dog got to have a little play, and she made a new friend, and I made a new friend, and then she showed up in the shop yesterday, and that was really nice.
That's so great. So you're kind of like bringing the community into the shop, meeting them out in the world, and just kind of fostering that whole community spirit. I love it.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
this gorgeous beach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is Lockeport, so it's the
Lockeport.
beach.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. And I noticed there's mounds of seaweed everywhere. And I know that the seaweed was kind of like an inspiration for you when you came up with the idea of the barkery. Is this the spot where it happened?
It is, yeah. The dogs love it. So they would play with it and throw it around, and have been telling us the whole time that this was a superfood and that we should pay close attention to it. So
They've been communicating your business idea before you even knew what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were definitely the inspiration for that. We did all of the research. The seaweed that we use is a bladderwrack variety, and it has a long list of vitamins and minerals in it. It's a superfood for us and for them, so it's great all around.
Yeah, it tastes great because I had some of those biscuits and they were actually delicious. And Lockeport seems like such a tight-knit community, and I mean, just walking down the streets, I've met so many people. They're so friendly. And is there a lot of events that you do together to kind of continue that community spirit and energy? Yeah,
there's definitely always something happening in Lockeport. We like to say a few really big events is the Harmony Bazaar Festival of Women that happens every summer. They bring some big names from all around Canada, and that brings a lot of people to town for that. And what else?
July 1st is always
July
big
1st
around
is big.
here. And yeah, there's always a festival or even a barbecue will bring the community together because it is so close-knit. So people really care about one another and take care of each other here. So we're literally on an island. So we have to work together to help one another. There's a phrase that Kathy, who owns the restaurant next door, always says is that the rising tide lifts all boats. And it's so true here is that when we all work together, we're all going to get further ahead, and we have to work together and look out for one another.
Absolutely, and that's a really beautiful thing about smaller communities that I've found and that I love so much about it is that, you have to work together and help each other out in order for you all to succeed, like you just said. And I can imagine that, there's not a lot around here. I've never even been here before, and I can imagine that, running a business, it could be challenging at times.
Definitely, yeah. So having friends and other business leaders that work together is so beneficial. If we run out of an ingredient, it's an hour, which is a whole day pretty much to leave town to go run errands. So we work together with other businesses to get supplies and ingredients in from us from suppliers who we might not be able to access, and vice versa. So
yeah, we do the same for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such an incredible testament to what a special community is here and between all the businesses here in Lockeport.
Yeah.
Not everyone can say that they can do that or can rely on their fellow business owners to.
Yeah, there's not a lot of competitiveness, so we're not competing with one another. We're trying to provide the best services and resources for our community as we can, and I think that's really what we all have at the bottom of our heart and why we love and care about this place.
That's a really special thing. I'm so glad that you were able to find that here. It's really nice to see.
Yeah.
So what are some of your favorite things to do here in your community?
Well, obviously we have this beautiful beach. So we come here every day, all year round. Doesn't matter, snow, shoes off every time, and walk this beautiful beach. But there's also 4 or 5 other beaches because we're an island. So there's lots of other hidden gems around. So we spend a lot of time outside, and with the dogs, of course. And it's great that we can bring them on all our adventures around Lockeport.
Yeah, gives a nice break from the busyness of life and business. So being out here, it all goes away and we can just reconnect with nature and ourselves and recharge, really. So we don't have to go to Mexico to find sun and white sand. We just have to walk out of our front door.
That's ideal.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky.
And it sounds like, while you're out here, you're also just running into friends and running into other community members and other dogs for the dogs, and just kind of all comes together.
Yeah. It's we talk about the lifestyle. This is the lifestyle that we live, and we by the tides and the sun, and that's how we live. So much different from our previous lives where, meetings and appointments and traffic and all of that. So we are far removed from that, doing things our way, and that's what makes it, I think, even more special.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like we found home.
Yeah,
here.
we're home.